History is full of fascinating monsters, but original folklore paints a very different picture of the vampire than you might expect. Forget the idea of a pale, brooding aristocrat. Instead of looking sleek, they were described as bloated, ruddy, or dark-faced, wearing their original burial shrouds. In traditional European folklore, a vampire was an undead neighbor who returned to their old stomping grounds to cause mischief, play poltergeist-style pranks, and occasionally cause a bit of trouble. And becoming one was surprisingly easy. In Slavic and Chinese traditions, if a cat or a dog simply jumped over a corpse, boom, you had a potential vampire. The same went for anyone with a wound that hadn't been treated with boiling water. To keep loved ones from rising, communities got incredibly creative. They tried burying bodies upside down or placing sickles by the grave. But the most effective tool? Giving them a hobby. Old folklore from Europe, China, India, and South America all agree on one hilarious trait. Vampires suffer from arithmomania, an absolute obsession with counting. If you scattered poppy seeds, millet, sand, or a sack of rice near a grave, the vampire would be forced to sit there all night counting every single grain instead of wandering into town. Protecting your home was an art form. While garlic and holy water are well known, people also sprinkled mustard seeds on their roofs or hung wild rose branches to keep them at bay. You could also hang a mirror facing outwards on your door. Because they lacked a soul, they had no reflection or shadow, making the mirror an excellent security system. However, they did have strict social etiquette. They couldn't enter a house unless explicitly invited in by the owner first. When things got out of hand, communities turned to permanent solutions. Staking was the most famous method because these folkloric vampires were so bloated. Staking them through the chest or stomach was actually seen as a way to deflate them. This how the glamorous, cape-wearing vampires we see in movies today completely hijacked the original folklore. Honestly, the fact that you could stop a terrifying creature of the night just by giving them a counting hobby is easily the best plot twist in history. So, let's play a game in the comments below. Imagine a modern vampire breaks into your house today, but they still have that legendary, unstoppable urge to count everything. What is the funniest thing you would scatter on your floor to distract them all night? Lego bricks? 60 random trap cards? Or maybe you just open up a massive spreadsheet and tell them to find the errors?